Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute. This music isn't right. The scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time to the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, master of marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermore. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tucker, coming at you over the airways on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Nevermind the Furthermore is brought to you with the love and support of our good friends over at the Independent Creator Directory, your one-stop shop for the best of the brightest authors, artists, and musicians. We are made possible by sales from them, and here is the link because, of course, it didn't want to come up. Bam. Go there. If you're looking to be hosted, if you're looking to have a place online where you can find the people you want to hire to make your dreams come true, or you want to find a place where you will be safe and hosted, where your material can be found in a community that is supportive and intelligent, go there. We're also made possible by sales of the Simple Sword, the Fighting Axe, and the Simple Spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals designed to help you go from having never handled the sword to teaching the art to others. That is available also with Hades and Hellfire. A dark secret has claimed 2 lives and is hunting an innocent child at the edge of the Appalachian Mountains. Only his aunt, a plucky reporter, her cameraman, and a very odd cat stand against the forces of darkness. Now, my friends, it is Monday. It is Monday, April 14th. What that means is now is the time, if you haven't, to get down there and get your taxes done. Done. So you don't have to worry about it. It's always fun. It's always a challenge, but then it'll be done and you'll feel better and you won't be panicking. Now, today is also a very special day. For those of you who don't know, today is International Burt Gummer Day, where we remember the man, the myth, the legend, Burt Gummer. Now, it is said Burt Gummer laid his life down to stop a graboid invasion, but it is my firm belief that I saw no evidence. I saw no proof. It's not the first time Mr. Gummer's gone down the belly of the beast, and it may not be the last. So I have absolute faith that someday when we need him most, Burt Gummer, who I wanted to vote for, he did not run this time, because I'm still a proud member of the Don't Be a Bummer, Vote for Gummer party, which has things like Everyone in the United States should be able to own a World War II era flamethrower, provided that you can pass a competency test demonstrating that you can assemble it and name all the parts. Uh, Beyond that, and folks, that's tongue in cheek, there is some humor here. We have some other news that's a little more pressing, a little more uh, of importance. Now, I've known about this for a little bit, but I've also known that you guys don't, if I remind you of something too early, you will forget. Tomorrow, Tuesday, tax day, Between the Bryans will be airing at 7 p.m. Eastern, I believe, on both Brian Rodman and BKM's channels. So anytime we can get BKM back in front of a camera, I am abso-fraggin-lutely for it. So I want to make sure that that is something you know about and you don't miss, because you will feel bad if you don't. Now, accountability. Wow, this was a weekend. Friday after the show, substantially after the show, we did get our water heater installed, which is a very good thing. However, I didn't get a shower till Saturday due to the way the universe worked out. But still, the things we miss, it is just chef's kiss. But I'm like reset. I've also had to provide some support for a couple friends. So I really didn't get to do a lot of the writing I wanted to do. That's okay, because I've been working forward. We are setting up dates that will be released to the guild members relevant of when the Tockert household will be open for practices. We're going to be opening for bi-monthly practices. And we've got the next few months scheduled. It should be, I want to say, in 3 weeks. Because, or is it? It was 3 weeks before the spread, this last weekend. So basically, after Easter, unless Mandy has some work thing, I have to double check, we will be having practices again. Does that mean I'm going to be busting my hump? Yes. Am I still working on the Poor Swordsman's Guide to Arms and Armory? Yes. Have I been doing some other things? Yes. Can I talk about it? No. Eagle-eyed viewers will note that the perspective images and practice I did as the last image for Friday, I did not use for Friday's thumbnail. I just couldn't make it work the way I wanted to, so I ended up doing a whole brand new picture at about 1:45 this morning, so that I could make sure everything was set up. So there is a new picture. I think I got it recorded. I just haven't exported it because y'all are lucky I got it set up. I'm excited to do that. Once again, I'm very pleased that we are now broadcasting over on Twitch in 2 places. Please like us if you were following us there. Please like and follow if you were following us on the Independent Creator Directory channel. And of course, if you're watching on my channels, by all means, please like and follow there. And here, we need your comments. This is going to be one of those weeks where I've got a lot on my plate in the background, a lot of things I need to discuss and work on, so I'm excited about that. Oh, yes, there was also the small matter of me visiting a tea house. So there was a very nice, rather brief episode of Thesis's Tea House. It only went 2 hours and some change, and I have never seen Thesis leave the back room of a video that fast. I suspect the man was hungry, which I find hilarious since how many times I haven't had dinner before I settled down for the Historical Fencing Guild's evening program. But see, now you know, and knowing is half the battle. The other half is split equally between red and blue lasers. But don't be fooled, friends. Remember, Hasbro outfits both G.I. Joe and Cobra. Now, I'm feeling a little energetic, a little spicy, a little motivated to get things done, and I want to share that vibe of energy with you because we've got so much on the plate. It is a balmy 62 degrees at 10 a.m. In my little patch across from the cornfield where the corn sharks grow and the pre-Civil War cemetery that is obviously not haunted, and the pre-Civil War old folks' home that was established by an old lady who was rich enough she had her own private train station. That also is both not haunted and not occupied by vampires, despite looking remarkably like Collinswood on certain early mornings and definitely late evenings. Um, my plans involve firing up my forge in the near future. I had the distinct privilege of firing up a little barbecue because several of my mainline barbecues, despite being secured, were not secured enough and are not with us anymore. One of the recent windstorms, they took off at about 45 miles an hour down the road in front of my house. And as they were not the only thing going down the road at said speed, I decided it would be much wiser for my sorry self to stay inside and not go out and run them down because, again, 45 miles an hour is a little bit much for your free range Nick. So that's in the works. Big shout out to the turkey vultures that were to the turkey vulture that was circling my house while we were cleaning. I'm dead tired, not dead, but good to see you, bud. Uh, beyond that, it has been a pretty mellow weekend. It was a sit down and relax, wherein I felt like I was forgetting something. I realized it was indeed the whole tax thing, but we're all set to get through that, and I'm excited. I'm excited because that means I don't have to worry about it. Mandy is handling it now. We are almost back to being where we should be. As of tomorrow, things should be a lot better on us. The whole waiting to get the bill, essentially, the invoice for the joy of water heater removal. But Nick, the awesome guy who Mandy hired at the library to be the part-time groundskeeper, custodian, handyman, etc. It's kind of nice knowing a guy who has his HVAC licenses and stuff, and watching him absolutely freak out about why did they do this that way. That should not have been. Can I come back? I would like to come back later and fix some things. That should have been done that way. That is not to spec. And I have this thing about boilers and water heaters, and the term spec and boilers, these are things that should be close together in my mind. I've seen what happens when steam engines aren't treated to spec. So I'm rather enthused. But we are making progress. We're getting things addressed that need addressed. I have been making progress in here. I've been making progress in other parts of the house. Life is good. It's all about going, narrowing down the list of what needs done to the manageable stuff you can do and actually doing it. I don't expect you guys to write a novel in a day, although in the 15 years I've been waiting for Richie to finish The Fire, I'm pretty sure he could have done a letter a day and gotten it done. However, not to kneecap people. Love you, Rich. I do have to keep encouraging folks. And I can't really bug Trelana. She's working 2 jobs plus the side thing, and actively trying to instruct swordplay through text, which is not the easiest thing in the world. So I'm like I said, she's doing well. I can't bug her too much about her books. I will because I'm that guy, but I won't bug her too much. But guys, I want to know what you're doing. Seriously, I want to know what you're up to. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know your projects because it's like BKM has gone radio silent for quite some time. When BKM goes radio silent, he is working on things. I may have reached out to do a couple quiet checks because I do. I meddle. It's me. Me meddle? No, never. And trust me, if I do meddle, there's always going to be evidence. I would never silently meddle in the background and try to slip away unseen. That's farcical. Good heavens. No, it's like I said, it's been exciting. I am really excited for him. I am excited uh, for a couple things I know are going down the pipe. Now, I've heard some rumblings that Creatives at Play may be canceled this week, this Wednesday, because a whole bunch of people can't make it due to job-related necessities. So that's something you might want to keep in mind. However, if people were desperate and required someone to quasi-produce in the background, I'm sure someone who isn't there could totally not be there functionally as needed. But such things never happen. However, sometimes y'all need a break too, especially post-tax day. So, that should be all the news you can use and not abuse right now. I know I am forgetting things because I have far too much going on for me to remember it all. And I got interrupted writing my notes, so it's going to be a special. Oh yeah, I already mentioned that. Hold on. Okay, it is officially canceled for this week, and that is the thing I was forgetting that I needed to remember to check on. So it looks good. With all that, I'm just going to run Joe's ad. We'll be back in about a minute and a half, and then we'll start going through your comments and see how we're doing here. And then I can get about going about my day. So, why are you being... There we go. And we will start where we always begin, and where you can begin if you're trying to launch your career. Let's see. Let's hit through these. Wow, comment dumps are hitting the comment dumps. That's a good one. Let's see. Due to several factors, says Joe Bachman first through the door. Hey, Joe. There will be no NDCD's creatives at play this Wednesday night. See, I'm on top of the ball. It may be shaky, but I'm still doing the dance. Just let's leave the bear in the clown costume out of it, okay? And no, I'm not talking about Joe. Although he does rock a clown costume pretty well. It's kind of problematic. Anyway. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Joe, and good morning, Foxy. Good morning, Trey. And accountability, resting from this weekend's busy. I bet. You had a busy weekend. And hey, Carl, how you doing? And we got greetings from Carl, and hope everything is okay in the Indie CD compound. Let's find out. All good, Carl. Trey and I have to meet with several others to finish up the Easter baskets and eggs before the hunt this weekend on Wednesday night. Morning. Good, Joe. Dawn's here early for a bit, so we will, of course, remind folks that Dawn is the creator of the blog I did some art for, Her Fanciful Felines, which is right here, Buddy and Georgette. Please look them up on Facebook. She is also the mastermind behind Indie CD 411, which I'm sure will be kicking back up at some point. We have a comment dump, so I have to navigate that, and woo! There we go. Let's see. And morning, folks. Morning, Joe. Morning, Trey. Hey, Trey. How you doing? I know how she's doing. She's having to put up with work-related stuff and not being off on a Friday day. But at least she enjoys her tea time. Accountability, resting. There we go. Sorry, I had to figure out where I was. And good, Joe. Dawn, yes, and hey, and greetings. Hey, Thesis. Hope you've had a chance to recover your voice from the short show we had over on your channel. I hope folks enjoyed it. If you get good feedback, do let me know. Had to run up to the laundromat. Washer still not dried out, but got back in plenty of time. Best to get there when they open and fewer people are there. Oh, I understand. The world is wonderful. It's just all these people who get in the way. Hey, Thesis, and good morning, everyone. Now to spend the afternoon at the dryer, which still works. It's a stackable unit, and the dryer is up high. That is awesome. It's a good chance to write on your notes. Hey, Thesis, and we got greetings from Thesis and Josh, because hello, Josh. As large mechanized vehicles go thundering by. Hey, Thesis, and Josh, and Dawn is flipping Josh the bird. At least laundry is giving me a chance to catch up on reading. Yep, that's a lot, because now we have hot water again. I get to do a bunch of laundry. I get to do a bunch of dishes. As soon as I am done here, I will basically be in quasi-butler mode for most of the day. So I don't know how much fun stuff I will get done, but we will get done what we can with what we've got. And Josh is returning the bird to Dawn. I love the love in this room. And Dawn is greeting everyone. And finally, getting over this crud, I hope. I hope so. Hey, I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad you're out here. And there's my sweetie. Yeah, I know. It's nice seeing Josh, too. Oh, wait. You mean Donna. No, and that crud's been taking ages to get over. Yeah, there are several bad ones. Here's Big Boom outdoors, afraid to look. You hear a Big Boom, you get to play the, is it fireworks or is it firearms? Say you grew up around Michigan City without saying you grew up around Michigan City. Where were you? North or south of 20? I was south of 20. That it was firearms, but it was firearms in the more wooded areas. Somebody's either, if you're north of 20, well, I've got some news for you. No, it's not as bad as it used to be. I was on a phone call about you, Witzman dude. You now have a doctor. Dun 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 dun. Anyway, hey Trey. And oh, poor Inigo, he was giving me the mom fix-it look. He has hiccups. Sorry, bud, I can't fix that one. A jump scare might fix it, but it'd probably traumatize the pup, so you have to decide if that juice is worth the squeeze. Carl says, thanks, Donna. I probably need one. Oh, you mean the physician? Yeah, I need one of those, too. They tried to call me, but I didn't answer. Poor Inigo. Poor Inigo. Josh is laughing. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I can share, folks. Donna knows you're subscribed, and I hope you're subscribed because I want you guys not to miss any of the wonders of shenaniganry. I have to get it out exposed, but I have both my art date for the library program and my Nerf date for the library program, and I found out that apparently part of that will be the staff versus the teens. So I have to go in and talk to the staff and see what they need, as I am basically the Nerf T-Rex. I am a small arms dealer. So that is a terrible joke, and I should feel sad about it. But I think Nick Cage approves of my use of this joke, and he's the Lord of War, so he outranks me. Anyway. Have one next week. Okay. And gets ready for the music starts. Drops a slightly chewed like in the box. Foxy, you need to needs a box to keep your likes in. And Botrix has recently joined the channel. Dun, dun, dun. I accept all content. Inigo has gotten to my stash of handy emotions. He chewed the likes, ate a few, and ran off with a couple of rat derrieres. Stay away from Trey. She's very possessive of her rats, derriere, or otherwise. And everyone's lamowing it. Joe uses techno mage powers to drop a like, accidentally teleports on himself instead of rolling a nat 20. A nat 1, that explains it. So, Joe, your dice are rolling as usual. That's good, a universal constant. Entropy and Joe Bachman's dice rolling. I wonder if they're interconnected. The mind may never know. LOL. And let's Hobo scoot the like off the table into the... Well, that was kind of you. Everyone here enjoyed the extra long tea time on Saturday. Did you expect me to be short? Remember, the man who created Nevermind the Furthermore gave the program to he who carries the most furthermore of nearly anyone we know. And Nacho appears in his place. Dun, dun. Yeah, it's really neat. It's the Snidely Whiplash mustache. Neat news. Horror movie I probably won't see because it's likely to be too gory for my personal interests. Make fun of me for being squeamish. It's okay. But I just heard this morning that Tim Curry will be returning to film in a role. I believe it is called Stream, wherein 4 psycho killers take over a hotel and have a contest in who can unalive the most people in the most creative and or entertaining way. We're not sure how much Tim Curry's influence is going to be, but given that he's done some amazing voiceover work, I hope his health is doing something to balance out, because the man's an absolute genius. Yes, Thesis. Yikes, forgot to mute. You forgot to mute. Well, that happens. And Robin says, morning, bunnies. Morning, Robin. Great programs. I tried to catch one of them and got the staticky stuff, so I've been going back and rewatching as I can. Please be sure you're subscribed to Robin Yoda. And you know what? I'm at a commercial time anyway. I'm going to run her ad early because, well, very few people can stop me, and very few would have the audacity to try. So,
hi, bunnies. This is Robin Yoda. Just wanting to let you know I have a Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/Robin Yoda. You can catch me there Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific playing Stardew Valley, Saturdays at 2 p.m. playing The Sims 4, and Sundays at 10 a.m. Pacific, playing a random game from my Game Pass library. You can also find me Mondays on my YouTube channel, Robin Yoda the Lilac Bunny. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for watching.
I hope you guys get on there. It's always fun. Now, let's see. Where was I? There we go. Now, me too. 'Twas a good show. Oh, 'twas it? I'll be honest, when I'm in an interview show like that, it's really dangerous because I'm a complete stream of thought. There is no processing. There's just answering questions to the best of my ability. But Nick, you didn't stutter much. That's right. Smooth brain, the thoughts just go right out. They don't have to thump over the bumps. And not a twitch from Hobo. Not a twitch? Not a twitch from Hobo. Well, we'll have to fix that. I mean, does Hobo have his own YouTube channel yet? I mean, we can get him a Twitch. Just no kick for Hobo, because we're not kicking Hobo. We like Hobo. Anyway. Hey, Robin. Hey, Robin. Hey, Nick. Indigo jumped. Hey, Robin. And my apologies to Amanda and Xander for stealing Nick for over 2 hours. They knew what I was going into, and Amanda knows anyway. If you get me on, I mean, you're talking about swords and my preferences. It's just, this isn't going to be a subtle thing. I am passionate. See, people forget that Paladin and Bard are both charisma-based classes. Therefore, a militarized version of the Blues Brothers is an optimal build. I didn't make the rules. I just roll with them. It's okay. We're on a mission from God. Now, morning, Robin, and there's a crack of thunder, peal ripping through the air. The smell of sulfur and the cries of the danged. Not Joe Bachman. Thank you for summoning me, Dawn. Dawn. And quite welcome. And how do we know that? So we know that Joe wears bright clothes. What does not Joe favor? Dear Lord, I don't even want to contemplate. That's a lot of fishnet. I keep telling him stick with the natural fabrics at least. I mean, if you're going to wear something like that, wear leather. But he just can't get over the effects of the black latex. So what you have is black latex and then the high res retro reflective fishnets. It is a whole look, very cyberpunk, very, very juicy. Fits in oddly with something I've been trying to design for Trey that I shouldn't mention, because I was just walking and I was hit for the logo of the construction coven violently in the forehead, being a pentacle formed of 5 traffic cones with caution tape as the outer circle. And I'm really working on getting it right in my head before I attempt to manifest it. But it's interesting that both Trey and Joey are able to manifest as magical girls, essentially. The problem is not Joe shows up and the only help he does is yeet a Snyder egg in the middle of it. Oh my, no one would even believe that one. No one would. She got, okay, that was beautiful. Sorry. My beloved friends are missing. Hey, not Joe, how are the wife and kid, the secret wife and kids? And Nick was, as always, informative and entertaining. I try. I know in a world of 90-degree turns, I tend to throw a lot of 45s at things, but, or 33s when necessary. Man, say you did mechanical drafting without saying you did mechanical drafting. I think in triangles. Oh. And how's the wife and kids, not Joe? And at Bladed Thesis, I still have to catch the rerun of the show. Trey's already watched it in double speed. Working at the park that day took a lot out of both of us. See, y'all, there's this stuff called rest. And if you don't find some, it's going to find you. I'm going to host a practice, and you guys are going to come out, and it's just going to be a whole bunch of foam lazy chairs and like limeade or something. You know, because I don't do alcohol, but I wonder about a virgin mint jolie that we could sip upon the veranda whilst talking about the effects of all the actions of those people who are obviously beneath us. You see, one spills tea, one sips their mint jolie. Now, I say, whew, I'm giving myself the vapors. Now, they're floating at sea somewhere. Well, okay. I've actually looked into this, and right now, you know that knot of cargo ships that's been stuck outside of San Diego, where so many of our well-intended Amazon purchases have been stuck for years? Well, they're making a floating colony because apparently that, his wife and the kids, they got bored, so they start talking to some of the other more colorful residents, and somebody scrounged up out of the boxes one of those projectors. And so they were looking for something to project. The only thing they could find was a whole Connex box full of copies of the cinema masterpiece, Kevin Costner's Waterworld. So they threw that into the projector and just beamed it on the side of one of the ships. And they decided that they'll just reenact it. So not Jovania is being formed as a nation of interwoven cargo ships. And their theme song is, I think it's Luke Bryant who did Redneck Yacht Club. And that's basically their philosophy, is a mix of Waterworld and Redneck Yacht Club. So I don't know if Not Joe can get the dual citizenship to be able to visit them now, or if they're just going to be their own sovereign state. We're just hoping that there isn't like another tsunami, because it could, in fact, lift the whole nation of Not Jovania and drop it on San Diego. And then we'd have the first, independent city-state over the flooding. I don't know. Could involve that fault out there. I have to ask The Rock, because there's no one who knows the San Andreas Fault better than The Rock. And this is not speaking to what horrible, unspeakable, evil, giant kaiju-like creatures will be released during that event, but it does mean that the summer movie blockbusters may be delayed. I love that every once in a while I'll see my number come up and realize that there's somebody who may have never been here popping up in the middle of one of those going, what was that? Hope they took their Dramamine. Still, the bright color's too cheap to buy a different wardrobe. Oh, the anticipation. Anyhow, please don't make me watch Rocky Horror again and think I need to recast everyone in construction-themed funwear. Anyway, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the start of the week. I'm all here for it. Let's go. And Carl says, Chris, squoo. And see, he's too deep to squeeze, so he squeezes. But squoo is very close to that thing that drowns itself. It's a type of cryptid that drowns itself in its squat. I used to know the name of the thing. Anyway, I want to say it's a Wisconsin beastie. Really, really tragic little fella. It's just a little guy. Hey, Chris. Water heater. Yay. Yes. I have the power. And soon I can get my forces together to have hot water. And we have a hose connection towards my backyard. Finally, after 6 years of living here, I have water access. That means I'm one step closer to being able to fireball towards the glory of my gosh darn beach day. I mean, no, yeah, totally not plotting to put a greenhouse on the back of the house and then put like one of those infinity pools or a hot tub or just a pond liner and just, go out so I can not hate and potate. See, I want to make that pin that has been requested, but I don't want to make it like a regular pin. I want to make it one of those spinner pins, and I don't know how to do that yet, so that you can just hit it and the manatee just floops. Anyway, hey Chris. Nick has hot water. Nick's in hot water. The joys of home maintenance. Indeed. Now I only have to have the side of the wall that was blown away fixed, and the unspeakable good Lord, how did they arrange that to be capped, and convince my wall that it doesn't want to fall over. So I don't know. There's a part of me that's thoroughly tempted to just take a masonry bit and drill a hole near the bottom of the wall and see if it wouldn't just, drain water out and just reset the wall. That is a terrible idea, but I'm going to get 411 out, and hopefully at some point after now 7 years, 8 years, no, 7 years. Yeah, 7 years of hunting, get the ordinances so I can find out what kind of fence I can put up to make it harder for the coyotes to invade my backyard. Yay, hot water! And appreciate the help on the page while I've been laid up. Hey, folks take care of their own around here. You don't know until you've had to wash in cold water. Yes, I actually had like poverty flashbacks, poverty trauma flashbacks, because the first trailer I lived in, we only had hot water for 2 weeks in the 2 years we lived there. It's been a thing. Been there many times. Sorry I wasn't more help, Josh. Still recovering from damage from basement flooding. It's been running. Angelina, how are you, my dear? I hope you're having a wonderful, a splendid Monday. And oh no. I felt okay was one that was pushing 100 degrees and 100% humidity. Oh my gosh. We had one of those pressure saver ones that if you've never had to use one, it basically throws a deranged mist at you that is very angry for when you have low water pressure. And it was just like, I am sitting in the tub in a lawn chair being misted with like a my giant bottle from Speedway of Diet Mountain Dew with ice chunks in it, just trying to, not die in the oppressive heat. Oh, that takes me back too. Oh no. Oh yes. I do what I can, Josh. And all right, body count, sub pump, washer, need a new water heater eventually. Oh boy. Anything is better than nothing, and I appreciate it, which is awesome. Which ended up wondering why I bothered with the shower, because I was sweating as soon as I got out. Rather brief. Oh yes, it was rather brief. It was only 2 hours. And for those of you who know my streaming tendencies, 2 hours is on a sword topic where no one's really moderating me out externally. And folks know, okay, Nick's going to be busy. Yeah, it's spicy. Now, yeah, and we're at 41. Oh boy. For Nick, that was brief. Thesis had him talking about stuff he enjoys. See, right? And hello, Grant. And I was happy to bring the 10th like to today's show. Well, it is appreciated. I love it. Hey, Nick. I understand Thank you so much, Angelina. How are you doing? If there's any way I can be of service, do please let me know. You are a wonderful, wonderful soul. And Angelina is one of the mighty patrons who keep my channel afloat. I have so much to do. But great things are coming to the Guild channel soon. And if it wasn't for the pressing need for food, I would have kept going. I can say nothing because I don't know how many times I've nearly slid into a diabetic coma because I've enjoyed my broadcasts. Morning, Grant. Ha ha, says Angelina. And hey, and when you ask Nick to talk, expect a good long talk. If I am brief and succinct, something very, very bad is going on. And if I'm only dropping a few words, they are very, very important. But again, Robin knows that. She's an angel, absolute angel. Cast to the far-off lands where the rain never stops falling. The horrors persist, but then again, so does she. Hey, next time you get a chance, lean out your back door and say hi to Biggie. I'm sure he's walking through your back garden somehow. Hi, Grant. Morning, Grant. Turkey vulture. Okay, I understand this comment may be used against me, but anywhere I am for any length of time, certain things tend to happen. Clover goes nuts. 4-leaf clovers are found by everybody but me. And certain types of birds tend to appear, many of them of the crows, ravens, rooks, turkey vultures. That strange thing that we've decided is actually a juvenile eagle. Yes, there are always birds, and of course, my beloved great blue herons. They're always around. Anywhere I am, there's going to be a great blue heron. And I even forgive them, even though they ate my goldfish out of my pond. And I forgive, but I have not forgotten. I had those goldfish for like 5 years. They started out little guys. They went nuts in the tank and became big guys. And then they became a meal. But having like a great blue heron a few feet from your window looking in, reminding you just how much their eyes look like the Jurassic Park T-Rex eyes, it might have been worth a few goldfish. Hi, Grant, Robin, Josh, and regular crew. Since Not Joe's showed up today, how are the kids? Everybody asks about his kids and family. Okay, here's the deal. Due to the large number of children, Not Joe's secret wife has become the mayor because it was decided that they legally have to have a mayor. And they have formed a community college where they are studying technomancy, genetic manipulation, and semantic manipulation of causality, aka hexes for fun and profit. Apparently, they take after their stepmom. That would be Not Trey. However, I am not allowed to meet Not Trey. The universe cannot ever, because that is the alternate version of Trey, who has like embraced her dark goth, witchy fun side. And that's problematic, not because of that, but because I know my weaknesses, and there are levels of kryptonite I probably should not ingest. But it's not my fault if they're yummy, okay? That was scientifically proven on aisle 4. And certain Swordmaster holidays where I didn't look. You better have not looked either, Jason Leto. You got 6 kids now. Don't be thinking about that sort of thing. Anyway, and Squee and Morning Bunnies, Part 2, The Revenge. I may have just had a slightly more buddy girl version of Robin Yoda run through my mind because I'm feeling artsy, so I need to run a commercial to redirect. So let's get musical.
It's time to scan, that is the plan, with Carl and Dawn to catch a fawn or unicorn. We're so forlorn, we got a Koepp, so here's our rep. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we've got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too. Munsey is good exercise, good for your heart and for your thighs. Dawn is such a lovely lass. Come on, Dawn, get off your chair. Munsey, we want to Munsey, because we want some points and funny badges with our modern cell phone gadgets. Munsey, we got to Munsey. Download that app and help us Koepp, and you can play it too.
Dang it, Carl. Okay. There may be a group on Facebook that may or may not exist, and it may have ties to a room of a verdant color. And it may be one of my missions in life since joining that group to share the insanity that is my suggested views and things and upgrade. Well, I believe her name is Maggie Weber. I don't know if that's her actual name or if that's what, but you all know her as the lady who says, hello. And today on the episode of Fashions My Chest Laughs At, or things like that. I may have set some of her quality content to a room that Carl may have commented on. And all I can say is, I know it's dangerous, but I offer myself as tribute. And I do that for you guys because you know that I will never give you up, never turn around, nor desert you. And as we keep trucking, Carl says, it's fire! Bum, 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 bum. Oh my gosh, I bet Carl was an absolute beast in the era of disco. Can you see, like, imagine young Carl with the wide-collared shirt and the flared brown corduroy bell bottoms getting his strut on? Down, 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 down. Not many people know it, but Carl is actually honored in a very popular song. He is the white boy in "Play That Funky Music, White Boy." You know, it's not common knowledge, but until someone else can prove it, you can't fact check me on Facebook. Anyway, and I don't know why I decided to, strut like an Egyptian over there, but I'm in a mood, and I'm just going to keep it hopping. Accountability finished 3 new ads. Yes. Give me some more rotations. Yes. Nice. Hi, Carl, Josh, Blade, Trey, Thesis, Fox, Robin, Chris. Aunt Donna is on it. Hey, everyone I missed coming in. Reloading. No, I hope that everyone who's got their taxes done or gotten an extension filed to get them done. My lovely wife is handling that right now. And I'm putting together a new ad for Nick because my Twitch schedule is completely different from what my current ad says. Well, sorry about that, but glad you're making a new ad. I have a bit of an art request I have to work on that reminds me of, because a friend of ours from way back is going to hopefully be starting her professional VTuber career. And once I get that information, you know I will be promoting her random stuff all over the place. Because that's how I roll. Um, I'm because of my assorted mental conditions, friendships do not deteriorate with me if I have an actual friendship. So it happens. But yes, Robin, please. And accountability. 4 doctor appointments in 2 days, Tuesday and Wednesdays, making me decide between paracord and reality these days. Mandy wove me this really neat bit of belt strap on one of the looms I acquired for her, and I do need to show you guys that at some point. I may be trying to figure out if I can make the sprint during a commercial break to get it. I don't know. But we could get you something a little nicer than paracord. Either I would go for a 1/2 inch soft cotton or something like that, unless you're looking for the paracord aesthetics, because it is a wonderful medium for creating artwork. Just remember, always leave room for 2 fingers of space beneath your paracord so that you don't cut off circulation. Unless you're doing supportive suspension, and then that gets different. I mean, whatever. Makes a difference. Good for you. Good on you for updating. Also, thank you everyone for visiting my streams this weekend. Thank you all, seriously. I want more eyes on Robin because she is amazing. She's a remarkable musician. She is a remarkable lady. She's been through a lot for a long time, and if there's anything I could do to facilitate her leveling up, I'm going to. Did ours mid-February, Chris. And, I'm going to skip the couple of bots. I'm not going to axe them because right now they count as, interaction on Twitch. But it's nice to see that, the assorted bots are loving me. And frankly, Facile Luna Cycle is not far from my branding. And June 20th is the 50th anniversary of the premiere of Jaws. I'm developing an interactive presentation about the Jaws franchise. I'm trying to get a con to let me have a panel. That is amazing, and I hope there are going to be people doing the one of the water parks set up a big projection screen and did a showing of Jaws over like the tide pool, but the wave pool was turned off, so people were just bobbing in their little inner tubes. And I would love to see things like that for the 50th of Jaws. Because, like so many things, I need a bigger boat. I was going to, Robin, but we were invited to a pool birthday party. And my babies, parties are mostly fun. Contemplated a Muncie show, but paracord. You know what? I'm just gonna, for the people who know that this needs to be said, myself included, we are going to remind us all that this is not the green room. And Dawn talking about shows she wants to do in paracord in the same comment does not equate that she wants to do a paracord based program. Although that would be a heck of a fiber art demonstration, Trey. We just need to find you a suitable subject. Anyway, where were we? Mostly good. So true. But worth it to make memories for the kids, even if it's killing me now. I'll forget the pain, won't forget the fun. Correct. And hey, everybody! Luckily, there are only 4 kids counting the birthday girl, so it wasn't too bad. Hey, Angelina! I'm north both of I-20 and Georgia Highway 20. Whew! May the force be with you. If you saw something, no, you did not. Angel! Angel of mine. Oh, God. Trauma, flashbacks. Ow, it hurts. Okay, let me explain. in high school, I would go on weekends and visit my friend, and we would be up late into the wee hours playing Nintendo 64 and eating unholy amounts of pizza. Well, then he would go to sleep, and everybody else would, at least the guys there, because the girls weren't allowed to stay over, allegedly. Anyway, the problem with that was he and his girlfriend had their song, and it was Mariah Carey's Angel of Mine. So for him to sleep, because he was a teenage boy, he would put that on repeat over and over and over and over. And people wonder why my psyche is damaged. Nick jokes! I try to bring entertainment, and we've got that. I got scrambled in my comments for a second, or my comments scrambled. They do that. And we've got greetings for Angelina. Everybody loves Angelina. I'm trying to get a local con to let me do it as a panel, but no one is responding to my emails. Well, then maybe you need to send a letter by arrow. You know, tie your request to an arrow and just shoot it into their front door. That was a joke. It was a joke, assorted video providers. It was a joke. I am not actually encouraging people to shoot letters by arrow. Anyway, hi, chat. Hey, Grey Wolf. Yep. So the film is basically people playing Sims IRL. Yep. If you're talking about Uncon, Angelina, they don't have official programming. Cute little bunny. The ad is terrible. It was your first ad for this. Your next one will be better. I still think, though, if you refuse to be on camera, which is a crime, you should get like one of those motion tracking VTuber rigs, because I think that would actually increase your viewership. Accountability, working on a song to go along with Darker Angels. It's not that bad, Robin, and I understand that, Robin. Mine's a little rough, too. Foxy, Roller Coaster Tycoon game would let you take an unhappy guest, drop them into the lake, and then rescue them, and they were much happier after that. I like to play the Jurassic Park simulators. Not as much as Mandy, but I think Foxy's ad is good. And I mean, you know what? The only way to be sure is for you guys to see it for yourself, right?
Hi, I'm Auntie Foxy, and I'm a crafting addict. I make custom jewelry from recycled materials, and Foxy has wares if you have coin. You can find me at indcd.org/about-auntie-foxy. I hope to see you there.
Bum 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 ba-dum. Now, where are we? LOL, your ad isn't that bad at all, Robin. No, I think it's well done and explains things. You have a bit of shtick. A friend of mine, as a teen, would play Sims and try to find ways to kill the little dudes. Yep. Robin, we all hate our own ads. I didn't like the show's opening, but grew on me 3 times a week. Grows on me like a fungus. Oh, we've lost the Bachmans. They must be off doing what they need to do. Which is why Carl made mine and I don't speak. Right, Foxy. Have a new doctor that can cure it. I hope the new doctor can cure it. The itching and burning thing that bothers me most. Ooh, good luck with the new doctor. And, okay, I see it. I just think a new ad is needed, and I was nervous and self-conscious. You were, and that's okay, because you'll do better next time. It's almost like you can edit it. You can improve it, but you can't edit a blank ad. I know I hated mine at first. Now I feel pretty accomplished at filming 3 different videos in 3 different locations. And every time it gets run, I feel good about myself. I was during mine, too. I was literally shaking. As they say, Thesis, it's only weird the first time. I'm not talking about Uncon. I'm talking about Metrothon Con. Brothel camp? Okay. Even though it was just me and Thesis in the house. As to your charming nature of your ad, Robin, it's fine. Anyone who says it's only weird the first time has never met me. Wow, Grant. Hi. I'm obsessed with Jaws. Excellent movie to be obsessed with. Good luck with that, Angelina. And Jaws was a fun movie. It really was. I took multiple naps after working at the park, so yeah, I'm jealous. Good idea. I have a master class in yoga later this week. It's an hour of corpse pose. Ah, she got me. Bravo. I walked right into that. Beautiful. LOL, Robin. LOL. I sense a novel, novella, or short story even about that. Perhaps a series even. Yes, Chris, The Adventures of the Family of Not Joe. Can we have a giant leak attacking folks like in the Attack of the Killer Tomatoes? Oh, I would love that. Very close. Zontar, the thing from Venus, I think is basically a giant broccoli monster with googly eyes. It may be Zontar, the thing from Mars. Those are two different movies, but I'd probably buy it. Oh, thanks. Now I have the theme of Killer Tomatoes in my head. Mike Jimmy, good to see you. And everybody's greeting Mike Jimmy. I'm in lurk mode because I'm actually doing some inks. It's been too dang long. I'm just glad you're up and about and you're doing what you love. Welcome back, sir. Glad to see you. And I need a new ad from you when you get spicy. Hi, Adana. Mike Jimmy, hello. And I hope you and your family are doing well. Hey, Mike Jimmy, is that really you? I have errands to run. Have fun. Have a great day, Grant. Good luck, Grant. One and only Dawn. And 17th and 18th. Oops, wrong place. These things happen. Now we must remember dates. Dawn has said make sure to do something completely random to report back to each other. Random crew ready. I may open a green room today while I finish the white of my babies. I'm down for random LOL the 18th, though. Why not? Good morning to everyone has popped in while I've been away on the phone. Sending emails to coordinate a rolling closure on the interstate. Ugh. Back in my homeland, Nick, my wandering in the east is over. Now I just roam closer to home. Really? Green room today is said see you in the meeting. Is it a green room? If it's not Friday, maybe a purple room. Okay, we're gonna skip that one. I am. So not Trey is Elvira-like. I am ready for that. I'll be in my bunk. And new show this Saturday, and gonna shut the privacy curtain. I should hope so. No one needs to see that. After I yell, chair, that is. I might this afternoon. I will finish the puzzle. Chair. Keep telling Foxy that she drifted a little more goth once. She would have a memorable evening. I'm not sure if that's a promise or a threat. Yes. Both? Both. Probably. Oh, yes, Nick. I saw her in the bouncy castle several times. For science, to understand the depth and the physics, I had to, yes. Oh, the disco era. Dancing to Burn, Baby, Burn. Sliding across the floor on my knees. Yeah, now I'm old and my knees hurt. My knees, yeah. We aren't in our 20s forever. Mine are catching up. Pretty much had troubles with them my whole life. Stupid things. Oh, Maggie's so good at sultry sarcasm and she's clearly witty. Her timing and pacing is very good. It's hilarious when she about loses it. She's also very curvy. Yes. Scares Calvin dancing disco theme. Leather, maybe. I like leather. Goes back to bunk. I wish I had the energy and youth of my 20s. Nick missed the rope conversation in the green room Friday. Unfortunately, Fridays take a lot out of me. Robin, if you wanted some music specifically, let me know. I wrote pieces. for his ad and Foxy's. Fruit Danish and pink lemonade for breakfast. Forgot to eat again. That does sound delightful, and you should eat. That sounds yummy. Nothing else. We'll need to film some paracord footage at Alicon. Green room today. Depends on what time. Ooh, depends whenever. You're a Monica fan? That was a song of hers. And I'd spend most of the party with my autistic nephew and birthday girl. I'm just glad Nephew Instincts interacts with me now. That's always good. I had a friend who listened to Gypsies, Tramps, and Thieves for like 13 hours on a road trip. That could be brutal. I barely saw him when he was younger, so he scared me until he was around 7 or 8, and I realized I was a fun adult who would run around and play instead of sitting around drinking beers. The Area 51 arcade game. Oh, wow. I miss that. I miss light gun games in general. Shock, I know. But, got an IT issue to take care of. See y'all later. Toodles. Full-length version. If you want the full-length version of Foxy's ad, go to that link on Badcap. Good luck, Joe. I still remember playing Area 51 at Provo Town Hall, gathered an audience with how well we were playing together. And Metrothum is a metropolis in Gotham, so it's pronounced that way. I am sure, but my speech impediment does not want to let me say that today. And I remember that too. One of our most fun days. Well, buy that arcade game someday. We saw an indoor flea market, but we didn't have the money nor a way to bring it home. Better do actual work for my job. Y'all do green room later. How can I find out? And Carl says, check Facebook. Cats are getting antsy. You have a great day. Dawn, will you post it? I don't know. We'll find out. But I'm going to run some ads and wrap this up.
Hello, I'm Dan Hallfield. I'm the senior editor and publisher of Abelian Webzine, the world's oldest free creative writing e-zine since 1997. Since then, we have helped over 500 amateur writers learn what they needed to turn pro. www.aphelion-webzine.com and read not only what we've got going on right now, but 28 years worth of our archives of stories. Thank you very much.
Alrighty, and we did Foxy's, we should do this.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastein, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
And it decides not to run it one more time.
Hi, this is Kat. During the school year, I'm Mrs. Rothermel. But otherwise, I'm Rock and Roll Art Goddess, writing about my past and filming the present. I need you to join my rock and roll art army and to check out my merch on Zazzle.com. What started out as journal therapy is now 4 books, I see, and an Instagram account to blow off steam, becoming a book, with another to do the same. A short film for a friend. No, this is not the end. Peace, love, and let me art.
All right, folks. I'm sorry Tash came in at the very last moment, but so glad you're here, Tash. Follow her on Twitch for the Sisters of the Hook. And guys, I know there's a lot going on, a lot of tension, but this is a great opportunity to take the week and make it what we want and do with it what we can. So guys, keep writing, keep drawing, keep creating, because if you do, you can edit it, you can improve it, but you can't edit a blank page. I love you, and you should too. I will see you very soon.